Module 2, Photosynthesis. Where does photosynthesis takes place? The simple answer it is the leaves. The photosynthetic apparatus of the plant it is the leaves, and organelle it is the chloroplast. So, can you name some other parts in case of the plant where photosynthesis occur other than the leaf? Yes. If you take the green stipules, green sepals, and even in some roots which are green in color like tinophyllum, as it is having chloroenchymatous root, it perform photosynthesis. Next. So chloroplast, large number of chloroplasts are present in case of mesophyll cell. The chloroenchyma present in case of the leaf is nothing but mesophyll. The parenchyma with chloroplast is chloroenchyma. The chloroenchyma present between upper and lower epidermis, what do you call it, is the mesophyll. The mesophyll it is having large number of chloroplast. In case of you take the chlamydomonas, it is having one chloroplast. For each mesophyll cell, it is having 20 to 40 chloroplast. Next. These chloroplasts which are not static, which are not stationary, which is not passive, and the chloroplasts align themselves along walls to optimize the utilization of incident light. Suppose there is a high light intensity, chloroplasts, their flat surface is parallel to the radial walls, and the chloroplasts align themselves to the incident light that is perpendicular to the incident light when there is a low light intensity. And this adaptation not only to optimize the utilization of incident light, but at higher light intensities in order to protect chlorophyll from photooxidation, it is such alignment the chloroplast perform. Next, the chloroplast exhibit division of labor in case of the function. In photosynthesis, the light and dark phase reactions. So light phase reaction occur in one part, dark phase reaction occur in one part. You observe the diagram in case of the chloroplast in photosynthesis topic. The outer membrane, inner membrane, and proteinaceous matrix it is stroma. And lipoprotein, the lamellated structure, what do you call thylakoid. The stack of thylakoid, the pile of thylakoid, it is the granum, interconnected with stroma, lamellae. Starch present as granule, lipid present as droplet, 70S type of ribosome, that is the 50 and 30 subunit, and ring DNA present. So what are the prokaryotic characters present in case of the chloroplast? Ring DNA, 70S type of ribosomes. Next, why this chloroplast considered to be the semi-autonomous organelle? For sake of the synthesis of the protein, it depends upon its own DNA, that is the chloroplast DNA, also depends upon the nuclear genes. That's why it is semi-autonomous organelle. And this chloroplast having the functions like light phase, dark phase, transcription, translation. And in case of thylakoid membrane, in case of the grana, that is membranous system, the membranous system concerned with the trapping sun energy and convert into chemical energy, that is ATP and NADPH2. In case of stroma lamellae, only there is ATP formation. So grana lamellae, it performs light energy to chemical energy, ATP and NADPH2. But stroma lamellae, which connect the two grana, in which only ATP synthesis occur. Next, so light phase reactions in grana, because it is a light driven process. And dark phase reaction, by convention it is considered as a dark phase as it do not depend upon the light but depend upon the light phase product. So it is considered as what? Dark phase, otherwise carbon reaction. And the dark phase cannot be construed to consider it as it occurs only in dark, do not depend upon the light. That is not the true. It indirectly depends upon the light, but directly depends upon light phase products. So it is, dark phase is light independent phase, but depend upon the light phase products like ATP and NADPH2. So division of label, light phase in grana, dark phase in stroma. So what are the events that occur in chloroplast? Light phase, dark phase, transcription. The product is going to be the RNA that is involved in the formation of the protein. So transcription, translation, light phase, dark phase, all the events that occur in the chloroplast. Next. How many types of the pigments which are involved in case of the photosynthesis? If you observe the leaves of the plant, not a single color, so different shades of the green are present. If you observe the leaves of the plant, what we can attribute for it because of the different types of the pigment? There are the 4 types of the pigment: chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, xanthophyll, and carotenoid. And these pigments, which are separated by a process, it is the chromatography, and which appear in case of the chromatogram depends upon its molecular weight. The chlorophyll A, it is blue-green or bright green in color. Chlorophyll B, it is yellowish green. Xanthophyll, it is yellow in color. And carotenoid, yellow to yellow orange. Next. And these pigments having the capacity to absorb these different wavelengths of light, specific wavelengths of the light. In case of VIBGR, violet, indigo, blue, green, orange, red, having 400 to 700 nanometers of wavelength of the light. That is photosynthetic active radiation. In this, the pigments having the capacity to absorb specific wavelengths. Next. What is abundant pigment in the biosphere or the world? That is chlorophyll A. Abundant protein in this biosphere, it is rubisco. Abundant chemical in the living cell, it is water. So abundant pigment, chlorophyll A. Why it is abundant pigment? Because the chlorophyll A is only the pigment that perform oxygenic photosynthesis. So whichever the organism which perform oxygenic photosynthesis having chlorophyll A, even in case of the prokaryote like the blue-green algae which perform oxygenic photosynthesis, it is having chlorophyll A. As in case of the bacteria, even though it perform photosynthesis, there is no evolution of oxygen. Chlorophyll A is absent in case of bacteria. Next. In case of, you observe the 3 diagrams in case of first, second, and third, that is absorption spectrum, action spectrum, and superimposed spectrum. In case of the first spectrum, you observe the lines, the blue and red light. In case of the blue light, the chlorophyll B having maximum peaks than chlorophyll A. You observe in case of the chlorophyll B, it is yellowish green. The shades of the yellow present in case of the chlorophyll B. And in case of red light, chlorophyll A having maximum peaks than what it is chlorophyll B. So A, B, B, A. A, B for first it is the blue light, and B, A for what it is red light. Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll A. Okay. So the absorption of light by pigments at different wavelengths, such graphic representation, what do you call? Absorption spectrum. So this is the absorption spectrum of chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, as well as carotenoid. Next. The action spectrum. The action spectrum refers in terms of oxygen production. The yield of what it is oxygen. So in case of action spectrum, the photosynthetic yield at different wavelengths of the light, what do you call it is action spectrum. So the second graph, it is action spectrum of chlorophyll A. Next, third spectrum. Action spectrum superimposed on it is absorption spectrum. It appears to be 1-to-1 superimposed, but not exactly superimposed. So action spectrum of chlorophyll A superimposed on absorption spectrum of chlorophyll A. In case of first graph, absorption spectrum of A, B as well as carotenoid. In third graph, action spectrum of chlorophyll A superimposed on absorption spectrum of chlorophyll A. Next, why it is not one-to-one exactly superimposed? Because other part of the spectrum also perform photosynthesis. So maximum photosynthesis occur in blue and red part of the spectrum. The other part of the spectrum also perform photosynthesis because the except chlorophyll A, which is involved in trapping sun energy and convert into chemical energy. So entrapper and converter is chlorophyll A. Except chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoid, xanthophyll, all considered as accessory photosynthetic pigment. Why it is an accessory photosynthetic pigment? Because it absorbs wide range of incoming wavelength of this light, that is one, and protect chlorophyll A from photo oxidation or photo bleaching. Suppose the assertion, the chlorophyll A concerned with conversion of light energy into chemical energy as the entrapper and converter. Reason, the accessory pigment, it absorbs wide range of wavelength of the light, incoming light, and also protect from the chlorophyll A from photo oxidation or photo bleaching. So both are right. It is not correct explanation of A. Suppose the accessory pigment absorb wide range of incoming wavelength of the light. Suppose it is assertion. The reason it is, the accessory pigment protect the chlorophyll A from photo oxidation apart from absorption of what wide range of wavelength of the light. So it can be considered as a two statement. So both are right, not correct explanation of A. So chlorophyll A is entrapper and a converter. Entrapper of sun energy and convert into chemical energy. The other pigment except chlorophyll A, which is entrapper and transferring the sun energy, funneling the sun energy to chlorophyll A. Not only transferring the sun energy to chlorophyll A, protect this chlorophyll A from photo oxidation. In subsequent videos, the light phase and dark phase reactions, share and subscribe.